why do we have a combination levy? Why not put two separate levies on the ballot?
Well, I think if anybody was going to the polls and they saw a 1 mil versus a 5 mil, and they say that, oh, this can only go to permanent improvements, that was what would pass. The bottom line is we still need operating, and it's the operating that's on that 5-year forecast that is on there. So this was a way we could get hopefully best of both worlds, to get some PI set aside strictly for permanent improvements and not anything towards the operating, and still get the operating out there enough that we can balance for a couple more years.
Will this levy require me to pay more mills or less mills than the previous levy? So I assume in comparison to the income tax levy.
It was, on an equalized basis. The last levy that was out there, we would not have had to ask for a renewal. In 2013, we have a levy that drops off. Oops, wrong way. We have a levy that drops off in 2013.
Tax year or collection year 13?
Yes. But
well, guess what? You get money, is it tax year 13 and you'll still get it in 14?
We get part of it in fiscal year. We get a part, we get half, it's $2.2 million in total. $2.2 million in total comes out of that year, out of that top line where it says real property tax. Half of it comes out of this year. That's why it does exceed the $8,659,000 in 2014 versus, I should have been taller, I knew it, I could have reached up there. But 2015 is $7,750,000. That's in those numbers. And I talked to Beth about those.
The millage with the income tax worked out to be 9 mil something.
Yes.
This one's 6, so it is less.
Well, let me. The board, and this is where I think the Tea Parties, when they were asked by the Akron Beacon Journal, they said that they didn't believe us that we weren't going to go back in 2013 to ask for the levy that was going to renew. We would not have been asking for that renewal in 2013. We would not have been asking for a renewal. The board has made that commitment and stated that. If that last levy would have passed, the last levy was about equivalent to about 9.4 mils. So, is there a difference? Yes, but you would not have had needed a renewal in 2013 because of that levy that drops off there. Has anybody questioned on that? Or I think that was made quite clear at the Tea Party meeting and at Business Advisory Committee meetings. So, and that question was asked in the article that was by the Akron Beacon Journal. So.
How do commercial developments such as Walmart, Lowe's, Marshall's affect Field's tax collection? Does all that money go to Field?
You get $448,000 this year from Cascades, from all of those. Now understand, when they did an agreement with Lowe's and Walmart, they came in and asked for a reduction, and the state approved it because the county wouldn't. So, you get over almost $500,000. Marshall's isn't on there yet. Kohl's isn't on there yet. So you're going to get a considerable amount of money. You're made whole. That's what I'd say.
Does that all go to the schools, or
it's sent directly to the schools?
Okay.
It's wired.
They don't write a check, just to clarify.
Yeah, we don't write checks. We do warrants. You've been in schools. We don't do checks.
You're right.
We do warrants.
Technically correct.
Because only the treasurer can cash our checks. But the bank gets your money right away, and you can get what? 0.002%.
0.011 or something like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's bad out there. We're losing $300,000 on interest this year.
Yes. With inflation, you have to take into consideration inflation at 2.5% announced yesterday. With inflation,
we don't even talk about inflation. That
we're making
negative people.
We're making negative returns on the amount of money, basically.
All right, I got to stop this conversation.
Yeah.
I think this was answered earlier, but somebody still has a question. With all the new housing in Broomfield, why don't we have more money?
It's
what did you say, Janet?
Janet wants to answer.
When you vote for a levy, it brings in the same amount of money for the life of the levy. I thought I went through that. Maybe I wasn't clear.
Alex, go ahead.
Tell them to come in. I'll go through the whole thing.
She'll draw a pie chart
How
for...
confusing it is.
If the levy is $10 and there's 2 people paying $5 each, and you get 3 more people in, and you get 5 people, everybody pays $2. That's probably the easiest way to...
I don't think it's that way to achieve that.
No, but it's a very simplistic means of saying
yeah.
that.
That's not entirely right.
With the exception of the 5.9 or 6 mills that are.
No, I don't care.
Send an email to Janet. She'll send you something.
I'll give you the whole workup and you'll love it. Because there's other things that go into effect on this. There's homestead, there's House Bill 920 that's already in there, your 10%. So you can't just say, it depends. And the inside millage is the only full millage. And out of residential units, you don't get a couple dollars. Residential, commercial, commercial industrial, you do.
Speaking of commercial.